Association, and we're happy to have you all here. So we've got quite a few presentations and a lot of information for you tonight, and so I think we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to cover what is Software Developers Association. We're going to go over what you can expect in our meetings and events. We're going to introduce our officers and talk about our project committees. We'll get more into that and means of online collaboration. So, go ahead. So SoDA was originally founded as Windows Interest Group. The name changed to Software Developers Association back in 2008, and we really had some creative people involved in the club back then who created that SoDA logo you see on the bottom right. They've since gone on to Microsoft and GoDaddy, and Alan Shia, who was our president last year, sorry I mispronounced that, he now works at Intel. So what's SoDA about? In a few words, there's a lot of information, but to sum it up in a few words, it's collaboration. We're about computers and technology. We want to code as much as possible, and we want to get involved in competitions. We're going to have companies visiting us with guest speakers, and we'll tell you more about that. And we also want to help you figure out what you need to know and give you that information as far as how to progress on your career path or pick a career path in software development or any of those subfields. So the more long-winded explanation, just what I went over. So this is SoDA is a collaboration between students, faculty, and industry. We share an interest in all things technology and programming. We reverse engineer things. We take computers apart and put them back together. We played with Raspberry Pis, installing Arch Linux on it. Who here has heard of Arch Linux? Yeah, it's fun. We want to make this the best place to learn and collaborate and learn about programming on campus. So we have our Tuesday presentations, and we'll get more into that. And we also want to make a space on Thursdays for you to come here, and officers will be here, and we'll be here to provide feedback and give you resources and information that you would need to work on projects. So it's a great way to hone your leadership skills or teamwork skills, and you can gain exposure to all the career options that are available. So how do you join SoDA? You sign up on OrgSync, and you attend at least one meeting within the last month, and we count you as an active member. In order for our housekeeping, we're going to clear the OrgSync roster of what we count as inactive members at the first of each month. So if you want to keep receiving information and newsletters, in order to be counted as active, we need people to be coming to 2 meetings in person. So we're going to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in software development and coding. We want to provide as much time as possible for putting your hands on the keyboard and pushing buttons and writing code. So you can start your own project, you can join a project that's already going on, and you can get ideas and find people, find teammates for potential capstone projects for those of you who are in the upper levels of computer science. You can get involved in coding competitions and also discuss interview questions, what interview questions might show up when talking to recruiters or being in the interview, especially with tech companies. And there's several resources that we're aware of that will start to work with, especially on Thursdays. So that'll be another opportunity for you. So meetings and events, all of our regular meetings are either on Tuesday or Thursday. 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Two caveats: on October 14th, we have no meeting due to holiday, and also on Thanksgiving Day, that falls on a Thursday. We also have, I think it's November 25th, we have no meeting that day. All of our meetings are displayed on the calendar, and the calendar is very reliable at this point. So I do want to show you our events calendar and point out some things on here. So we have all of our SoDA events listed as SoDA at ASU. We also have information sessions listed, such as with Amazon, with Microsoft. If it doesn't have SoDA at ASU in front of the meeting title, we're not hosting it, but we want you to be aware that that information session is going on. So you'll have the time and date, the location, and all that information. So going back to the presentation.
Good question for you. Where's the hackerspace?
Hackerspace is going to be Thursdays. That's going to be the Thursday meetings, 6:30 to 8:30.
Here.
Right in
okay,
here.
I thought
Yep.
it was at, like, I thought this is a new room or something in the new
Yeah,
building.
yeah. Hackerspace is just, that's the space we're providing for you with resources and information and community collaboration. So what you can expect on Tuesday presentations is people presenting their individual or group projects, and we're going to have a few of those today for you already. In the past, we've also had tech talks and industry basic presentations, as well as faculty, ASU faculty speakers. So again, on Thursdays, we want to provide a space where all we're doing is letting you put your hands on the keyboard and write code. That's all we're doing on Thursdays. Project committees can collaborate and talk about their projects and work on them. You can practice your interview questions, prepare for coding competitions, and SoDA officers are going to be present, and we can provide you with feedback and resources. And we'll get into the resources later on in the presentation. So in the past, several of our own SoDA members have discussed topics such as Linux, GitHub, cryptography, and all of the topics that you see here. We're going to cover a few of those today, actually. So stay tuned for that. In the past, we've also had Professor Ryan Muth, who is a lecturer at ASU. He's taught, he gave us a presentation on developing a little cat game in Python.
Bubble cat.
Bubble cat, yeah. Yeah. So we've also hosted information with State Farm. That was in October of last year, October 2013. We've had GoDaddy, Apple, a local company that was recruiting Bad Elf, so we can get even a lot of local recruiters here in Scottsdale or Chandler coming here looking for software developers for internships, for full jobs. So we're aware of, and we can provide you with access to opportunities that you won't get anywhere else. So special events to look forward to that we're hosting this fall include a State Farm information session on September 9th. That's 2 weeks from today. Intel, that's going to be 4 weeks from now. And GoDaddy on September 30th. And just so you're aware, towards around that September 30th time, that's the time when the career fairs are going on. So there's a lot of information sessions going on, and the time to start working on your resume and start looking up companies is right now, so that you can be prepared to approach recruiters and put your best foot forward. And we want to help you do that. So coding competitions, there are a ton of coding competitions out there, and so when there's so many options, it's best to focus on one or a few of them. But at any rate, we want to help you, follow your dreams and go out there and win big. So we have all these coding competitions, and that's something Chris Retcher, Recker, pardon me, I'm butchering names today. Chris Recker, he manages projects, and he also manages coding competitions as well. So talk to him if you're interested in getting into that. Now I'd like to go ahead and introduce all of our SoDA officers for the fall 2014 semester, and these are going to be our officers for the whole school year. So these are our officers, so we'll go ahead and go into introductions. I'm Patrick Gaines. My major is computer science, specialization in software engineering. I'm a junior, and currently I'm working on developing an app for SoDA, for Android. And if some of you visited us at the Passport ASU and the Fulton Student Org Fair, you might have seen that already. So I'll be giving you another demonstration of that. So if you want to contact me, email asusoda@gmail.com. That's going to be the best way to get in touch with me directly. So.
Mike Sprague, I'm the Vice President. I am a computer science junior. Where my specialization comes in is scripting and automation. You'll probably know me as a Perl guy, even though you should probably not learn Perl, which is saddens me greatly to say that. I put my own. I think you guys will have access to these slides, so you'll have my access there if you have any questions. I'll be leading the Thursdays Hackerspace. I'll also be doing a lot of workshops as well, things like interview practicums, different things like that. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I will be glad to try to pencil you in. Right now, it's not going to be every week that we're doing a workshop, but there will be hands-on coding every week.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Mendoza, and I'm a computer science junior, and it's empty because I didn't fill it out. But over the summer, I worked under Dr. Kampati up in Brickyard. We worked in human robot teaming. He's actually in too. And then I also worked at Banner Health as an IT intern. And my main skills are pretty much anything with .NET. Like, I'm okay at it because I work with it a lot. And actually, if you email me at namendoz@psu.edu if you have any questions about resumes or any just C# questions. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
He's also the best dressed officer.
He was like so sharp.
Alright guys, I'm Tyler Wonick. I'm the secretary here with ASU SoDA, the Banana for Skill. And I'm a senior in computer science, and I've done a lot of different development. This really doesn't cover it all. I've been from modifying video games to back-end web development. I've got a video game that I'm designing for Android right now, which actually led me to get into a lot of concurrent programming. I've also done some chat servers with, front and back end, socket communication. So I've been here around in all sorts of fields, and I've got a modicum of languages that are available to me. C++, actually all the C languages, PHP, MySQL. So you guys can really come to me if you guys need any help. You guys are also able to contact me. Slides will be online. That covers me.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Recker. I'm the project manager. In case that wasn't eminently clear, I manage projects. That's a picture of me with a weird haircut in the desert. It was the only one I could find, whatever. Senior in computer science for a couple summers now. I've been working as a full stack web developer, mostly .NET stuff, but got a lot of experience. I'm also pretty heavy into algorithms on the more academic side. I can be reached at the address, and the slides are online apparently, so yeah.
Joanna is our industry alumni outreach officer. she wasn't able to be here tonight due to a schedule conflict, but she's been with SoDA over the past year as the events coordinator as well. So, go ahead. Eric Tang also had a schedule conflict, but some of you might know Eric already. He's president of Game Developers Club, and we're not. We're happy to also refer to other related computer science student organizations here at ASU. They do a lot of good work in the Game Developers Club as well. They mainly focus on games, as the club name of the club implies, but whereas Software Developers Association has a broader focus on all platforms and languages and types of software. So we can check out. Michael Hill is our K-12 outreach coordinator, and he majors in computer systems engineering. So, yep.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Alan Shaw. I'm also last year's president of Software Developers Association. I'm a master's in computer science. What's going on?
Your slide.
Your slide? Oh, C++. So I'm working at the intern right now as an automation engineer. So if you have any questions about getting into the industry or any resume reviews, come talk to me. I've done array of C work, C++, and C languages, and I'm an app game developer. Not as experienced as many other people like Tyler, but one of the notable examples is those who have heard of the regular Swedish mealtime. I've contacted them and we'll be working on a game with them. And that is my contact.
So our faculty advisor is Kevin Berger, and he wasn't able to be here tonight, but to contact him, that's his email address. So moving right along. Now we're going to get into projects. We have a lot of projects currently already going on, and these are some things that we were starting up at the end of the semester last year, and the reason for that, at the end of the last semester, I noticed over the past year that we had a lot of ideas, but we had difficulty actually completing things. So this year we're going to have a heavy projects focus with a focus on small bite-sized projects that you can complete in a single sitting or a few hours and get it done, completed, and published, so that you have something on your resume, you have something to show people, you gain confidence that you've completed the project. And so we have Tyler and Connor who are working on these kinds of projects, and I'm also working on a SoDA app. And so they're going to be able to tell you more about their individual projects. So,
my name's Tyler Pino. I didn't put that on the slide for some reason. I'm a sophomore computer science major, kind of in that weird period where I'm kind of a junior, kind of a sophomore. I'm also going for computer gaming certificate, so if you have any questions about that, I can answer them pretty well. Over this last summer, as part of study abroad, I developed some simulation technologies in Japan, so if you have any questions about study abroad, I can answer those as well, and scholarships that apply to those. I participate in multiple game dev competitions, that's why I'm leading this, and that's my contact information.
Hi everybody, my name's Connor Davey. I'm a junior here at ASU and I'm double majoring in CSE and microbiology. Guessing there's a lot of the first. Are there any other microbiologists here? No? No, okay, I didn't think so. Thought I'd check. Right now I'm working at Impact Labs over at ASU. That's just in Brickyard Engineering right over there under Dr. Gupta. I've been a Bucket plugin developer for some time, that's Minecraft related, and I'm a Minecraft server owner and founder and admin and all that since around beta 1.7, which has been a few years now. Crazy. So there's my contact information. I have not only my email, also my Skype. Slides will be online.
Yeah, that's a trend.
Yeah.
So next thing we'll get into here is talk about the resources that we're going to provide for you to simply contains the same information that you saw on that slide. But in the future, it's going to list active SoDA projects that we're supporting and for which we're providing resources. We have a SoDA GitHub, a Trello, and Trello is a project management tool. Not sure if anyone has heard of, well, basically having a to-do list, working with a to-do list as you're working on a software application in a team. And there's a fancy word called Scrum, and I don't want to confuse or overwhelm anyone with the details of that, but basically Trello is a tool that can help organize a project. We also have SoDA's development server that we just started up this semester. And basically we're going to provide access to a public-facing web server that so you can make a web application or make a data backend for your mobile app, and basically allow you to do some things with your software in a production environment that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do. And so it's a good way to have experience in. What's that? Okay.
I'll talk about that real quick. I'm actually the one that's handling the dev server. If any of you guys want, just call me or talk to me, Patrick and Chris also, whoever Chris is. We also have admin on that. It's actually a VPS, so if you want to come up and run something a little bit, don't be putting like some crazy Minecraft server or something like that on there, or running Quake server or something like that. Don't go too crazy, but we can actually give you a VPS access and log in. If you want to go anything a little bit more crazy, you want to start installing stuff, let one of the admins know and we'll do it for you. But for the most part, if you just want to do web development or if you want to actually have a VPS, virtual private server, to run something on there, let us know and we'll look it up for you.
Another thing is that we have an active Facebook group, group/ASU SoDA, and we'll have this presentation online as well, so you'll be able to go back and look at it. We'll also have the meeting minutes of this meeting. But the Facebook group is a great way to talk to people online. People watch that group a lot. So, and also, basically, contact Mike Sprague and Chris Recker to get involved with access to SoDA's specific resources. So, are there any questions about what I covered in this presentation?
Very thorough presentation.
Yep.
What's a normal meeting look like normal this meeting?
Normal meeting is we cover the business of the week as far as events coming up, things that maybe we need feedback for. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so, our normal meetings are basically going to be, you guys remember the tech demos we talked about? And we also talked about the presentations that we were going to have. The presentations are really just project updates. So since we have this project focus and completion focus, those project updates are just going to be short presentations, just to let everyone know what's going on. If anyone new comes in, you can stop in and hear about it. It also gives you guys a space, if you guys start up a project, it gives you guys a space to present your project and bring in some people, bring in any of you guys to help with that project. Furthermore, we're going to have those tech demos, and we're also going to be having companies coming in talking to us, offering job opportunities. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We also want to put towards the end of the meeting. We're allocating about an hour for that, for officer updates, the project presentations and things like that. After that, it's actually going to be a meeting with your specific projects. So you already met a couple of our project leads. You'll be going and talking to them individually and working with them. So if you just happen to decide you want to jump in one of those projects, that's when you'll get your updates with the project leads to figure out what you're going to be doing next.
So towards the end of this meeting, after we cover specific presentations, you'll have a chance to talk to those project leads or talk to people, talk amongst yourselves, and to come up with project ideas, see if anyone wants to get involved, and that sort of thing. So, are there any other questions?
You guys want a second to talk and get anyone around you before we get into some of our projects?
Oh, we're going to take some
I know that's a lot.
change over to prepare for our next presentation. We're going to have Tyler presenting gatekeeper. So go ahead and
Yeah.